What's up, everybody? Listen, shout out to you guys. You guys are back on another edition of the Leverage Show. I'm your host, Lambo Drew, and definitely you are tuned into the Leverage Show tonight. Thank you guys, man, for each and every single week, man, of tuning in. Thanks for all the new subscribers, everybody who subscribed, who've liked, subscribed to the channel, and even left a comment on that. Shout out to you guys for always going on ahead and keeping the comments on lock and fire. I really appreciate that and love that. Love the feedback, man, when I get a chance to. Each and every single week, you know, we bring y'all some serious heat to the channel, and I'm just ecstatic to be able to have my guy back, man. BOJ is in the building, so definitely shout out to have him back to the broadcast. He's definitely going to talk about some great stuff tonight. Y'all guys are going to be excited. He's going to drop some stuff. Listen, I'm literally trying to go ahead and get my tan back, man, after the last couple of weeks. But, hey, it feels good to be back into the building. For real. Listen, let's get to the comments real quick before we bring my guy, BOJ, to the broadcast. All right? Shout out to you, LA Law. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Showing some serious love. Thank you, LA Law. Each and every single week is always a blessing to see you in the building, man, doing some stuff, man, and showing love to the fam. All right, Jasmine Williams is in here. Hey, happy Tuesday. Shout out to you, Jazz, in the building, showing some love on this wonderful Tuesday. Please continue to show us love, man, as we continue to do what we do best out here, all right? Shout out to my baby, my wifey, my lifeline, my best friend, my BFF, my baby mama who don't give me no drama. Thank you. The baby mama don't give me no drama. I love her, and she's just not my buddy. She's not my BU. DDY. That's my wifey, WIFEY. So shout out to my wifey for definitely being in the building, showing love each and every single time. She said, welcome back, everyone, to the Leverage Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have already, please welcome back. Thank you. My wifey is always showing love. Y'all make sure y'all share this video tonight. I'm not lying to y'all. If y'all got to take a few minutes to share this video is really going to help change a lot of lives, because this dude, listen, I'm going to get to the other comments, but this is the guy right here. Some people are just people who imitate people, and they try to copy what some other channels are doing, but this guy, BOJ, is a different animal. Like, he literally puts in the work. He's studying nonstop. He's literally the one who's putting his own investments on the line to give y'all the wonderful information that he gives y'all. So y'all, please make sure y'all share this video to somebody, because they may need it out here. I'm telling you, it's going to really help change some people's lives tonight. Back to the comments, though. Listen, shout out to you guys. My guy, Tracy, happy belated Father's Day, guys, and good evening to everyone. Shout out to you, Tracy. Happy Father's Day. Hopefully you had a good one. Thanks for tuning into the broadcast another week. My guy, Tracy's in the building. Jamal Titus is in the building, a.k.a. Mr. 3M Money Making Mall is in the building. Shout out to you, JT is in the building. Lambo Drew is in the house. We definitely am. And got my guy, BOJ, on the broadcast, too. So definitely y'all going to want to tune in. Cynthia Davis, thank you, Miss Cynthia, tuning in for another wonderful Tuesday night at the Leverage Show. Good evening and welcome back. Yes, it feels so good to be back. Feels so good to have this voice back and literally be on the platform doing what I do best. So thank y'all. Shout out to Money. Money's giving us a wonderful hello. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to talk about money tonight. We're going to talk about all of that good stuff. BOJ pretty much going to talk about all of that. We're going to be the ones, man, tuning in. Make sure you guys are writing your pads down, pens down, and make sure y'all, if y'all can, go like and subscribe to his channel, Bank of Jharol. Please, Bank of Jharol. Y'all make sure y'all go like, subscribe to this channel. Don't worry about it. We're getting ready to bring him to the broadcast, and then you guys can go ahead on there, man. Look him up, and please like, subscribe to that channel, and go show some love. Go show some support, because this guy definitely has put the work in so he can do what he do, man, on this channel. So listen, without further ado, I really want to thank you guys for last week. Had my guy who came on here, Josh Gorman, Mr. Mercedes-Benz Bandits. You guys are definitely down in Coconut Creek in Florida and are shopping around for business. Please make sure you guys hit Mr. Josh up, because he is definitely one of those who are doing some things. Shout out to the guy, good evening, from Gaithersburg. The Smithology Project is on the building. Shout out to you, Smithology Project. Thanks for tuning in, man. BOJ bringing the people out. Shout out to him. I love the community, because, man, this makes us, what we do, even more appreciative of what you guys do and showing love right back to the channel. All right, so yeah, listen, y'all make sure y'all go like, subscribe to my guy BOJ's channel, man, because we really getting ready to go ahead and lay a lot of content down tonight. So just rock with us, stick with us. We're gonna show y'all how to become recession-proof. Recession-proof. Listen, A lot of companies and a lot of channels are out there. They're just out there talking. They're not showing you how to become recession proof. I need for y'all to send this message to somebody. I don't care who it is. Send an inbox, send a message, send it to somebody, and just hashtag it recession proof. Because BOJ is going to come up on here and give y'all some serious nuggets and some serious knowledge on how to become recession proof, when most people are out here or in a fear of what a recession is. They don't even know what the definition is. I posted it, right to my story to Instagram and Facebook to kind of let you guys know of what a recession is and exactly what are we facing and how to navigate yourself through those times of a recession. BOJ is here to make sure that y'all get through that, and not just get through that, but thrive getting through that. So shout out and everything for my guy in the building to make this thing happen tonight. All right, listen, without further ado, y'all guys seen him from the last episode. He literally went on here, rocked the entire, YouTube stream. Everybody was talking about it. I had so much inboxes, texts, everything else, even through all of this time. And I'm telling y'all, I couldn't wait to get him back to the broadcast, because there's some solid people out here and there's some not so solid people out here. BOJ, hands down, is one of those solid people out here. So shout out to BOJ for becoming that solid person and doing things each and every single day on a consistent basis, bringing out that crypto to his channel. I'm telling y'all, y'all cannot follow a better guy and help support a better guy on YouTube as my guy, BOJ. So if y'all are not liking or subscribing to some of y'all guys, it's first time ever hearing him, y'all make sure y'all want to hold on to your lap bar, because it's going to be a roller coaster ride, because he's getting ready to take you some places that you probably ain't never been taken before. So listen, without further ado, I'm bringing my guy to the show, my homie, my big guy, my home boy from the East Coast in the building, my guy, BOJ. Welcome back to the Leverage Show, BOJ.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Hey, life is good. It's your world. I'm just a squirrel, not even trying to get a nut, just trying to go ahead and just trying to just maintain at this point.
Hey, man, I hear you on that maintaining, man. I'm glad to be on the Lambo Drew show.
Oh.
You know what it's all about. You already know what it's all about.
Yes, sir. You know, when we come here, man, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna be real to educate people and literally put them on some good stuff. So thank you for coming to the show. Listen, I know everybody's excited. Like, what in the world more can he talk about? Because he gave us over an hour and a half the last time of literally pumping us out in our face of all this stuff. What more can BOJ give to the Leverage Show?
Man, I was wondering that myself. I was thinking, I was like, golly, they had me talking for a minute last time. I don't know what else could I say. There's so much going on in this space, and there's so much going on in crypto in general. There's a lot of people that are crypto enthusiasts that are even going through it right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? As we all know, it's been a bit of a crypto winter, as one of my mentors says, and it's been kind of rocky. But at the end of that, we have still been able to make a profit, and it just kind of depends on how you're playing the game and how you understand the risk of the game and whether the game is even for you. Some people have decided to go ahead and take their ball and go home, and that's okay. That's all right. Yeah. But I'm here to answer whatever questions come up and just share that there is still some very good things to be excited about in this space.
Awesome. Well, I know we're excited to hear about it. Listen, I got a couple of different things that I'm going to throw at you tonight. Yeah. And, I know you're going to do what you do best, because you've already made videos or did your research about a lot of the stuff that I'm going to ask. But listen, for those who are out there and who are on this channel, they come to the broadcast, they come to your broadcast, and they're like, hey, what can you do? What can we do to become recession proof? What can we invest in? I tell people the first thing that you do, invest in yourself. If you want to become recession proof, invest in yourself. And then secondly, invest in something that is moving that will make you money in the long run. So again, invest in yourself as far as books, materials, education, all of this other good stuff. And then next, invest in something that's gaining. What is it out there that may be gaining in this market and during this recession, BOJ?
Well, you can always, and some people are different, right? I've always been a type of person that was willing to bet on themselves.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have a network marketing background because I decided to bet on myself. Usually people that get in that realm of work, they're willing to say, you know what, against the stacked odds that are obviously here, I'm willing to share good information that I believe in and that can hopefully help somebody else. Yes, I will get no's along the way. Yes, I will have different objections that come from left and right. Yes, I will have obstacles that I'm going to face, because any entrepreneur will tell you there will be obstacles along the way. But the one thing that I definitely could say is I was willing to bet on myself. And that kind of goes back to me starting a channel. Yeah. And you know all too well about the struggles that go along with starting a channel. Do you believe that your voice will have impact? Do you want to deal with haters because you know they're going to be there? Do you want to deal with people trying to find somebody to blame, and that person being you?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff comes with betting on yourself, I believe, in anywhere that you want to bet on yourself. So that's the one thing that betting on yourself can be something, I won't call it negative. I'll call it something that you have to get through. It's just an obstacle.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that stuff is some amazing things. And I constantly try to encourage people that are in this space in particular. If you're going to put some money somewhere, don't be afraid to talk about it. And YouTube might be the easiest way to talk about it.
Yeah.
You can literally be a faceless person. Don't just a voice. You can have a voice more for investing in yourself, right? You could turn your voice into something completely different, start a channel and just start talking about your journey if you don't want to be the face or the head, right? So that's just a one example of kind of betting on yourself and moving in that direction. Because us as YouTubers and content creators, as much during the successful times, we get a lot of credit. Thank you, man, for sharing this with me. This is amazing. This has changed my life. Makes people want to put their all into it, even though sometimes we shouldn't. On the other side of that, when things don't go wrong, the finger is on you. It's like, now you were a part of this whole thing. You were a part of the scam. You were a part of this. You were a part of that. And then, of course, that tests your fortitude a little bit. You know, it makes you want to make some choices of your own. Is this something I want to continue to do? Is it worth the risk? Is it worth the time, the investment that I'm putting into myself? You know, that kind of has to show over time, of course. But to the moving part, right? The things that are moving in my space, in the crypto platform space, there are definitely some things that are moving and have been moving, and they definitely deserve some credit. And I try my best to make sure that on my channel, they get that credit. That's one thing that I always want to make sure that people understand, that the availability of a platform in my space is the most important thing that there is. It being available to use, it being available to continue to earn, and all the things that we're looking for from these platforms is the most important thing. So there's definitely things moving. But banking on yourself and betting on yourself was the beginning of my journey. And I could not be here on the Lambo Drew show if it wasn't for that decision to bet on myself and say, you know, against all the odds that I know are going to be there, because I took that time. I did the research about who was in the space. I did that like late nights watching YouTube, watching Crypto Muscle and different people in the space, seeing how they put things together, what they were willing to talk about, what they made sure they mentioned all the time. I did all of that research, and it takes that a lot of the time to really build the confidence to step out on your own. So for those of you that may not feel confident in stepping out on your own, you may not know enough just yet. But if you take that time to go and learn some of the things that you may not know, you'll learn some other things that you didn't know. And as you continue to grow in that, you'd be surprised what you can do. And then you just make that leap of faith, and next thing you know, you got wings and you're out there flying. So
yeah. Well, and I think that's what a lot of people were like, even on the last broadcast. They were listening to you, and we, you know, I want to kind of stay right here on this. A lot of people had taken a lot of blows, and then even regarding with some past stuff, even some wonderful trades that they were in currently. And they took some blows, like E-Mini FX right now. who is going through, their lawsuit and everything. Now, I do believe, and it's just what I'm going to say, that for many to be fighting the way that they're fighting, I believe that they're fighting the way, that most of us wanted to see many fight. Like, hey, man, we're going to fight for this. And for those who are out there, I know some people who put their entire life savings in it, and it just didn't fare out for them because, the number one golden rule is in investing in, Jharol, you say that all the time, man. Don't never invest no more than what you're willing to lose.
That's
and
right.
I've been saying that for years of investing. Yeah. Never put into an investment that you know more than you're willing to lose. So some people were willing to lose it all, millions of dollars to some people. And so for some people who are out there, they're in a time of uncertainty when there's a recession looming right now. They're like, well, man, what do I invest in? How do I invest in? What's safe, what's not safe, where to go from this point.
Yep. And to be honest with you, with this whole space being at a risk level that some people in this time just may not need to play.
Yeah.
Some people may have to make that, because if it's gonna be the decision between a platform and food for your children, if it's gonna be the decision between a platform and paying your mortgage or your rent, or something that is life essential, this is not where we play with that.
Yeah.
And I don't discredit anyone that felt compelled to take that type of risk of their life investment, because there's a lot of people that do that. And it's not just in this space. People go to the casino with their lifetime investments. They're willing to lose it all for that ounce of chance to win. And so I get that in human nature, sometimes that feels like the right thing to do, but it just isn't, and especially not in this space. So I would say to that person who may be trying to figure out what it is to invest in, I would first assess myself and my personal situation, and I have to be real about because don't nobody have control over my personal situation but me, and I consult the man upstairs, and it's between me and him.
Yeah.
Right. We're accountable to certain people, our wives, our children. At the end of the day, what I'm saying? So we have to be okay. And I say it all the time on my channel because it is important to not just say never invest what you're not willing to lose. There's a whole mindset behind that whole saying. And I've had people tell me, like, you say that all the time. That's rhetoric, that's cliches, whatever. But it's the truth.
Yeah.
Because if I put something in, it's already gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I may see it on a screen, but I no longer have control over it
at all.
So I have to understand that process. I have to understand that when it's in there, I'm hoping for the best, but I have to be okay with not having control over that anymore. And that goes with any investment. When we invest in a stock, when we invest in real estate, like, somebody could invest in real estate in Florida and a hurricane come and knock the whole development down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't have nothing to do with you.
Yeah. And
that's just something that can happen in any space. So I don't want people to get discouraged, because that investment mindset is what's that not willing to lose could save a lot of you in outside of the crypto space world.
Yeah. Yeah.
If some people took that on, that might help them in an investment in the stock market or in real estate or something else that they have an interest in. Maybe you don't play that big. You don't over leverage yourself at that space. There are ways, as to leverage king yourself.
Yeah.
There are ways to leverage and be safe.
Yeah.
And still have a buffer.
Yeah.
And that buffer is extremely important, especially in the crypto space. Some of these are like the casino, but there are definitely platforms that we really like.
Yep.
We try not to fall in love.
I'm just saying, I would love for you to tonight just to talk a little bit about a few of those platforms.
Okay.
That you talk about. Give you the spotlight. Go ahead.
I'll do my top 3 right now.
Okay.
And they're all in different phases and places, right? They all do different things. They all have different things that I like, and some things people are going to like about them, some are not, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say my number 3 right now is FundsZ. My number 3 right now is FundsZ, and it's mainly number 3 because of the length of time that I've been involved. But what I've seen from funds is a team of people at the helm that are committed to each other at the very least. They've been together for 6 years. So whether their project was a dud before and it just moved into the crypto space where it could really get the traction that it's supposed to have globally, they decided to stick together. And I admire that about a platform because it's not something that you see, let alone seeing faces to begin with, right? We know how that goes. We can be all bamboozled by a face, all right? So not trying to give that too much, but these people continue to, they have lives outside of this platform. Some of them are American. Some of them are coaches in real life. Like they're accountable to people outside of just the network of this platform. So that's a great thing. And then of course it's giving us a sustainable and not guaranteed return. A lot of things that happen in the space that were platforms that shut down, they try to guarantee things that they foresee they'll be able to do for a little while, but they probably can't for a long period of time. And when you guarantee something, you leave no buffer to make executive decisions like, okay, maybe we need to pay less this week to be able to survive. So that's kind of why I really like what they're doing. They're giving the passive people an opportunity to be a part of something, and you don't necessarily have to share. But the people that are sharing, not only are they able to benefit from the compensation plan, but it's a matrix type of system that allows other people to benefit from work that they haven't even done yet, which could build somebody's confidence that they might not have shared it with one person. They might decide to share it with a person because now they've made, $10 or $15 or whatever that they would not have made just because they were tied in with you. So I kind of like matrix systems, especially being at a place where I'm sharing the information with so many people. And it just is able to be not only what I started, but how it just continues to flow over time. So that's number 3. Funds has been great. Number 2, I'd have to say Pegasus. And Pegasus, and that's like my wild card, because when I started Pegasus, it was literally because I couldn't talk about another platform on YouTube. So one of my buddies in the space, he was like, I know you can't talk about that, bro, but I just got in this and it's working and blah, blah, blah. My boy Crypto Coin T, shout out to Crypto Coin T. He sent it to me and I said, man, 1.5%, but it's 7 days a week. I'll just give it a shot, right? I was in that space where, MetaFi was 5 days a week and some other plans, they pay weekly and stuff like that. I was like, well, I'll just give it a shot, right? 1.5, it's not a whole lot. So maybe it has some legs to last. It's not giving any trading proof at this time. It has no CEO face, nothing like that. All it's doing is crypto in and Bitcoin out. But the reason why it's earned number 2 at this point, one, because it has lasted over, 3 or 4 months now. It did months in pre-launch. Then it just now launched its official, start. But through this whole crypto bloodbath, it just continued to day after day pay out. Whether it was referral commissions, whether it was your daily earnings, it paid out, and it paid out instantly. So those kind of things and instant payers, they don't traditionally last very long. They're not projects that you see are going to last 2 years. You never really know, but you don't see those platforms last that long, right? This has already surpassed my expectations, and it hasn't even gotten me into the black yet. So we're still, for me, and I've been in a little bit longer, of course, because I jump in first, right? But for me, I'm still inching my way to the black. But what it's done in the crypto, with crypto going from 30,000 to sub 20. And it just still pays out. So I'm happy about what it's doing, right? So that was my wild card number 2. It's kind of a switch between funds and that, because I really have more respect for platforms that want to last a long time. Right. So I see that from funds. So I won't take nothing away from them from that. But everybody knows my number 1. My number one is NovaTech.
Yeah, you've been saying that.
It is NovaTech. It is NovaTech, and there's a lot of reasons why I like it. One, because I slept on it so hard when I first got it, and through all the stuff I've been through on my channel, platforms coming and going, we've had soap opera deal exits from these platforms, right? Soap opera worthy exits from these platforms, and NovaTech just stays steady.
Yeah.
It does what it says it's going to do, but it doesn't guarantee. You know what I'm saying? It gives you an average. I'm starting to love that phrase. Past performance is not indicative of future results.
Yeah.
Because it lets you know that, you know, in an indirect way, it's like, you know, I'm gonna undersell, but you can be sure I'm gonna over deliver.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what it's done, even in the worst, I think it was probably the worst trading week that they had at 0.65%. Right. Okay. And some people they did not have enough skin in the game to really feel that gratefulness for that 0.65. As many of you may know, and some of you may not know, I'm a President's Club member in NovaTech, and at the President's level, you have over 100,000 in your trading balance in NovaTech. So that's skin in the game, right? For most people, that's a significant amount of skin in the game. So at that level, I was able to really be grateful for that 0.65%, because a lot of platforms shut down that week. A lot of platforms had been going away. The top ones, the COTPSs, Metafi was, people are still believing that COTPS is going to come back. And that's the effect that these spaces can have on us, because it works.
Yeah.
If it didn't work, nobody would be feeling like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only because they work, and we don't know the time that they're going to come and go. But the fact that they work for just a little bit of time, it gives a lot of people a lot of hope, and some people to get really discouraged because the timing hasn't worked out for them yet. Sometimes it's timing. Sometimes it's being willing to do a little bit more. Some people are just not going to become YouTubers and bloggers and things of that nature, and that's fine. But understand that in this space, those of you that are sharing, most of you, if you find some good platforms, you're winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are winning.
Yeah.
So if I had a top three, FundsZ number 3, Pegasus my wild card number 2, and NovaTech is steady my number 1.
Yeah.
And there's always room, there's 4s and 5s that kind of sprinkle in and out, but
you know me, I'm always gonna even ask. I gotta just ask. Those top 3, hands down, if there's anybody who's out there, to me, those are the safest 3 plays that are consistently paying out.
Yep.
And I 100% agree with you with that. I was on the phone, probably like a few weeks back.
Yeah.
And for a very short time, and I was trying to explain out of my voice and stuff. I was like, man, I'm almost want to shout it, but I'll be losing my voice, passed out on the ground and stuff like that. And I kept saying, I said, Pegasus, you definitely want to do that. Because what is that averaging Pegasus a week? It's like 10.5%, right?
Yep, 10.5%.
That's better than E-mini FX.
Yeah.
Who are out there. Those who were in E-mini FX.
Yeah.
And, you guys are taking that loss. Pegasus right now is paying more than E-mini FX, and you're guaranteed getting your money out each and every single week.
Yep. Every day.
Every day, the 1.5%.
Like I encourage people, if you're in platforms that will let you withdraw, whenever you have a balance, take it out.
Yeah.
Take it out. Like, get it out of there. Get it back into your wallet, because the more money that you can get back into your wallet, the closer you really get to the black. And then you can maybe play with that. You can start your diversification process with that. Some people reverse engineer platforms to get a daily return. Like I started when I got to a certain level. Of course, I started out with a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there, and then I decided to share my journey, which really broadened my ability to be able to play at a different level, right?
Yeah.
So when I got to a certain level and I see some of these platforms come up, it's like, okay, well, what do I want to make per day from this platform?
Yeah.
And if I can make that per day, if it works, I'm willing to lose this to make this every day. Of course, this is all going through my own risk management, what I'm willing to handle. But that's the way I started thinking about these platforms. And Pegasus was one of those that I started. I was like, okay, well, 1.5%, let me start off with a few grand. Right? Make sure I can withdraw the minimum every single day. And if it works out for me, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks later, I added up, and I still hadn't got to the black yet. So some people might be like, hey, look, Jharol, you ain't make all your money back. Well, yes, I did, because I've been sharing the opportunity. I've been sharing the journey. So that's just what comes with being open about what you're doing. But as you go through that process, you just hope and pray. You keep pulling out every day. And I tell you what, if you asked me my top 3 a month ago, I was still withdrawing from Pegasus, but I would not have put Pegasus in my top 3.
No, it would have been many FX probably.
A month, maybe 2 months, 2 months ago. It's been some time now. I forget how long it's been since Amini really started to have some issues, but if man, just thinking about Amini, man, that just
don't even go there.
There's so much, but it's a good example of how you do your best to move on. How you do your best to try to diversify in the space. Make sure all your chickens aren't in one basket. All your eggs aren't in one basket. You kind of try to spread yourself if you're going to play, and only use and be disciplined. It's a hard thing to be disciplined when it comes down to finances, really. And this is a part of finance. This is not the main way, but this is a way that people are starting to gain some independence financially. Because these things are working. But you got to be willing to play the game.
I will say this, and I'm gonna just for those who don't know, if Pegasus plays out the way it plays out, your initial investment should be in a full black within 9 weeks. 9 weeks.
That sounds about right.
10.5% a week within 9 weeks. Your initial investment should be back, and you should be playing with house money at that point.
That's right.
So for those who are out there, you got to take a risk. Hey, now, again, what BOJ is saying is due to the nature of Pegasus still being more on the newer stage.
Correct.
It's paying out high rates, but also it's definitely still new. Anything could happen. Whereas in NovaTech being this number one, hey man, it's been going on its third year, completing its third year.
It's completing its third year. It's celebrating its third year on the 23rd, actually, a couple days from now, on Thursday.
Man, look, so listen, we literally have to put that into play. So I'm just telling y'all who out there now and who are with FundsZ, which is FUNDSZ, right? FUNDSZ for those who are out there looking for that. FUNDSZ. They are having a staking platform. Just talk to them a little bit about FundsZ and exactly how that one is working.
So it's very, if I could be as simple as possible. For those of you that are into comparing, I compare it to a NovaTech, right? And it's passive earnings. What it says is it averages about 3% a week. It averages about 12% a month. Of course, there's no guarantee. We actually just saw our first sub 3% week, either I think it was last week. Either last week or the week before, but it was like 2.86% or something like that. So
almost rounded to 3%, man.
Right? Yeah. I mean, and you stack it up with the other weeks, it'll still probably average out. So it's doing very comparable to that. It allows you to stake that amount and compound it. In the platform, and that's a great thing when you're talking about a platform that you want to use to achieve financial freedom. Because the compounding aspect, and I think a lot of people want to use compounding in everything. And some stuff you just don't do it in, right? Because there are a difference between the HYIPs and the long-standing platforms. There's a difference. So in the long-standing platforms like the Novas and the FundsZ, you want to be able to compound, because you want at a certain point, like if we were those people that got in NovaTech year one,
man,
and now we're celebrating, going into its 4th year, where we would be. So that let alone lets me know that these things are out here.
Yeah.
They're creating millionaires every single day.
Yeah.
It's just up to us to be diligent enough and ride the wave of maybe some kissing some frogs and going through some BS to get there. But FundsZ has, I really enjoy their staking platform. It's allowed us to earn, those of us that have decided to stake with FundsZ. It has allowed us to continue to earn during this crypto winter that we are in. And I have a lot of people that ask me, because they know I do crypto now. I don't get into some of the people outside the realm of knowing about the channel. I just say I do crypto and leave it at that.
Yeah.
You know, because starting to talk about some of this stuff is over people's heads. But they've definitely been asking me during this time, man, how are you dealing with the crypto? It's all over the news. Like we're seeing it all over the place. And I'm telling them I'm doing just fine.
Yeah.
I'm doing fantastic. Matter of fact, I earned between a few of these platforms, I earned like 30% this week. You know?
Do you understand with that? People won't earn 30% from their banks in like 10 years.
Right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And I dare say that banks have similar risks to this space. I dare say that. I won't go that far, but because there are some insurances in place for banks and different stuff like that. But I find it really hard to keep my money in a bank. I personally find it hard. I still do it because I still got bills that need to be paid, and auto draft is a mother. But you know,
But you're looking at it, and in the standpoint, you know, there are so many things that we can tell them. We don't want to go over their head with that. If you guys are into this, what BOJ is talking about, there is money to be really made that passively and residually can actually pay your bills and everything else per month. So, you know, you would sit in the bank to pay your bills, but man, there's no way I wouldn't have it in a wallet or have it in a program gaining me money. You know,
I mean, we spoke about reverse engineering. I reverse engineered NovaTech to pay all my NovaTech pays all my bills.
Just NovaTech alone.
Just NovaTech alone, because of what I decided to risk.
Yeah.
Because of what I personally decided to risk. Not everybody's gonna, and everybody can't do this. I've worked to this point. You know what I'm saying? I've gone through some platforms that were here today and gone tomorrow. Had to face the music and be like, hey, I thought it was gonna last for a little while, but it didn't. Let's move on best we can. Those of you that can't, I understand. But those of you that can, let's keep moving.
Yeah.
And I just kept chugging away. And I was God blessed me with a good stretch where I was able to take some chunks out of, you know, some platforms I did well in and just say, NovaTech, here you go.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to play at the highest level in NovaTech because it's earned it for me.
Yeah.
And my mentors, they're in the game higher than me in NovaTech.
Yeah.
There are people that are going into that, getting ready to be ambassador level. You know, there are people that I'm literally watching their check matching, you know, bonuses be 11 grand a week, like 12 grand a week, just on check matching. We're not even talking about what they're earning on. And of course, that's an active side, right? But for a person that is may not be a link sharer like us, like me or you, but they have a network of people that are willing to do their own due diligence on something. I believe that those that do their own due diligence on NovaTech are thoroughly impressed. And, you know, there's a lot of people from all walks of life, just like there was in Amini FX. You know, all walks, doctors, lawyers, you know, athletes, all these different people. They're all fine. They're all looking for these platforms to earn. And it's hard to find ones. And I've said this stat, and I don't know that it's actually true, but I've seen so many like fake platforms come up every single day that I'm almost willing to bank that I think only about 10% of platforms in the space today actually pay more than a week. And we've been able to find platforms that pay for weeks and months and years. So, that's where I'm like, well, people can say whatever they want, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. All right. But can't nobody tell me any different that this space is not creating millionaires.
Yeah.
It's all about whether you're willing to do what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is really that much special about me than there is about anybody else. And I encourage people, look, take a leap of faith. You're already putting your money in there. You've already took the leap of faith.
Yeah.
You've already done it. So the best thing you can do now is maybe some self-therapy and talk about it. Even if you just got to say, man, I don't know if I just did the right thing. I think I put too much. I don't know if I put enough. Get on YouTube and talk about it, because somebody out there feels just like you.
Yeah.
Somebody. And
I don't think, Jay, and this is the truth. I don't think that when any of us make an investment that we be like, oh yeah, we made that investment. No, you get this gut feeling. I don't care if it's $10. Like, oh man, we're gonna see it back. That's just part of the nature of the beast. Like, am I gonna see it back? What's gonna happen? I could have used the $10 for gas, which only got you like $2 right now. Right. A gallon and a half right now.
Yeah.
So we all get that. So that's nothing that we're not exempt from, no matter what level that you're at.
That's right. Exactly right. And some people are going to decide that it's worth it.
Yeah.
Some people are just going to decide, you know what, it's worth it. And I was just one of those people. You were one of those people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that are just like, you know what, the odds are already stacked against me. I got a scratch and claw anyway. So I might as well push myself to the limit a little bit.
Yes.
And this crypto space, I've said this before, but my father got me into this space. So the age excuse is gone with me. I'm one of those people. I only got to see things one time. I was introduced by my father, who's in his 60s. I won't tell everybody his age, but he's in his 60s. Very smart, very knowledgeable person. He actually was the Smithology show that chimed in and said from Gaithersburg, Maryland. That's my pops. So shout out to my pops.
Shout out to pops.
The age thing is no excuse. Some of the top leaders in NovaTech are on YouTube, and they are talking about, they're having people on, doctors. There's this guy named Stan, and I forget his last name right now, but they call him Dr. Stan. He's always doing videos. He's got to be, and I'm just guessing his age. So Mr. Stan, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but he's got to be over his 50s and into his 60s.
Wow.
He's excited about life. He's excited about the possibilities through this space. And I think we all want to be excited about this space. We all get a little bit apprehensive. We've all been burnt, especially if you've been in this space long enough. It is a rite of passage in this space. If you've been burnt in this space, I got to clap it up for you, because you didn't make it. You made it. Can I press that button?
Press it, man. Press the button.
I want to let them know they made it, because after that comes some really awesome things if you decide not to quit. So if you stay in the safe zone, you don't break the rules, the golden rules, never invest nothing you're not willing to lose, and you just continue to play the game, and you learn as you go. Learn what the red flags are. Learn what's attainable and what isn't. You can win. And don't be afraid to share it, because only the people of like mind are gonna join you anyway.
Yeah.
So don't hold no gun in nobody's head. Just
I tell people like this: you're in a small percentage of, if you do decide to invest. Like, there is so many, like, literally, and I think it's statistically proven. If you're in a room with your college buddies, or if you're in a room with your high school buddies, or even your work, your working buddies, man. And, literally, if it's 10 of y'all in a room, 1 out of every 10 will invest.
Yeah.
1 out of every 10 will invest. So that means 9 out of 10 are going to sit right there on the fence and say, nah, I'm not going to give a penny to that. Only 1 out of 10.
Yep. And that's how some of these ratios play out too.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at the platforms and who joins and who's active, what I'm saying?
Remember, I think that was you saying, like, hey man, I've got all of these people who join, but only these are active and stuff like that. Like, what?
Yeah. In funds, I'll try to get people to understand the growth potential in funds because of that matrix system that's put in place. I only have to have 4 people on my first line. You know what I'm saying? Everything that happens after that is all could be going to you.
Yes.
So, and in saying that, I said to people, I said, look, and just recently we're closing in on 1,000 people that have made an account in funds using my link, right?
Right.
Under 250 of them have actually become members. I see that as nothing but a growth potential opportunity because these people are obviously interested, but they either didn't have the $10 or the $30 to get a membership, or they're just waiting to see, or they're just here to be nosy, or whatever the case is. But that's just showing you that, only some people are going to take the risk. Some people just want to be around to poke around and see. They're going to wait, and that's cool. If a platform lasts long enough, it'll get those people too. That's in the platform's hands. So I wish some of these platforms understood some of the HYIPs. I wish the HYIPs understood. If you wanted the really big bucks, if you just stayed around for a little while, you never know. But back to funds, that's and just the ratio. That's what kind of happens. You're gonna have people that decide to do it, and some are just not gonna do anything. But that's with everything. That's the way it was in network marketing. Some people are going to do, some people can duplicate, some people are going to be doing more than you, but that group becomes less and less and less. There's more people that aren't going to do anything. So, and that's cool too.
It is all good, man. But I got some of these, man. One I really want to talk about too. What about Bonanza, man?
Okay,
talk to us about that, man.
So Bonanza is new on my docket, as I like to say, right?
Okay.
It is a company that was registered in El Salvador, right, which is known as pretty much one of the most crypto affluent countries in South America. They have a building in Beverly Hills, and my upline actually lives 2 hours away from Beverly Hills. Wow. He's another YouTuber in the space. He goes by Rashid Next Level, right?
Okay.
So he goes up there, drives that 2 hours, and goes checks it out. Not only does he get access to the building, but he meets a lot of the people in the building. He meets the COO, he meets the CEO, he meets everybody in the building. Has a good time, gets a lot of questions answered, and even that wasn't all the way enough for me, right?
Wow.
I was in a place where I had to decide if I was going to diversify further, whether I had the bandwidth to add another platform. And I said to myself, well, there's things about to happen in Bonanza. They could be possibly closing the hedge fund next month.
Wow.
To new people.
Okay.
So they have a goal. They're trying to manage over $300 million worth of assets. When they get to that period, they're likely going to close off new people coming in.
Okay.
And with that being a time-sensitive thing, I was like, okay, well, let me just get a foothold and then start learning. I don't know everything about it, but I believe that if I put my own skin in the game, I'll at least be able to earn passively. So I'll be able to investigate how that works. Right. If I share the opportunity, then I could possibly earn actively and earn weekly. So I get to see how that works. Right. So I'm able to test out the platform just in getting involved and sharing it. So it's like a case study at this point, right? It passed the first test of withdrawals. It has an interesting withdrawal system that I'm not necessarily used to in the space, but is not new to me in the space, right? I've been to some platforms that do an auto type of withdrawal deal where it automatically goes to your account when it's supposed to go. And I was cool with that. So I think we had earned maybe $500 worth of commissions, and it cashed out a little late. I didn't know that it cashed out late because I wasn't quite checking on it this weekend. I'm a singer, so I have gigs on the weekend, and I was traveling a lot this weekend. So I wasn't able to be as active as I wanted to be. But when I came back on Monday, I saw that Bonanza put out a statement that said, hey, we were late. We pride ourselves on transparency, and we didn't expect this, but we want to make sure you all know that we know that we were late and we're stepping out in front of the issue. It should be resolved. And then when I checked my wallet, guess what was there?
Wow. Resolved. Yep.
So resolved. So it was all resolved. And that for me was a huge step going forward, because what that does, it holds me accountable. Well, I now have the opportunity to hold them accountable for their transparency going forward. If things ever, if they ever start feeling a little bit off of that transparent rail, then I can say, hey, look, if you're having withdrawal issues, just say it like you did it before.
Yeah.
Get out in front of it, talk about it, and it's not going to ease everybody, but at least you got it out there.
Yeah.
So that gives me something to look forward to from them going forward. They have a lot of things that they have in place, that like insurance. If you're over a certain amount, I think if you're over a $50,000 investment, your investment is insured. That's something I've never seen.
Yeah.
And if it's legit, now people can say whatever.
Yeah.
But if it's legit, then that's a game changer.
Yeah.
And apparently it's insured through different life insurance companies.
Okay.
So New York Life was one of the companies. I think Primerica was one of the companies. But they allow you that opportunity to have your investment insured, and they have a money back guarantee. They also, right? I made that same face. I was like, really?
Hold on. Are they capping or what, man? I really got to know if they capping, man.
And the way that their payout structure is, only time will tell if they're capping. So it's one of those things where I can't necessarily put them in my top just yet. Yeah. Because the way they pay out, they give a monthly ROI. It pays out automatically to your wallet every month or every other month. I think they do it like this. They have it to where you can withdraw once a year, twice a year, 4 times a year, or every month. Okay. But depending on when you decide you want to withdraw, that's what the return depends on.
Okay.
So those people that are interested in that, it's on my channel, and it's accessible to everybody, but it's a little bit different. And I like the differences, but I still need more time. So that's how I feel about Bonanza. I still need more time from it, but just having an office in Beverly Hills that somebody that I know is real and have communication with has actually walked in the office, took video, selfie style stuff. This is where I am. I'm here. You see it. You see the branding. To see all that stuff is refreshing. Yeah. All right. And then on top of that, can it just continue to deliver? If it does that, then it has that ability to work more. Because I love a hedge fund. I mean, how many people of our background have access to hedge funds of any capacity? Not many. So to have that is a special thing. Of course, there's a minimum, I think, of $500 to get in. So you have to have at least $500. But and for some people that's a deal breaker. But for those of us that are really looking for some financial freedom, we know that $500 ain't doing too much. Yeah, come on now. What is $500 at that point doing for you? It's like, okay, we can do this. Correct. Correct. All right, so let me get to some of these questions. I see they started piling up here. My wife, you say, welcome back, BOJ. Shout out to my wife. Jasmine Williams say, good nuggets, BOJ. Good nuggets. That's my wife right there. Shout out to wife. Stop playing, BOJ. Shout out to the missus, the BOJ, the missus, wifey in the building. Go ahead and hit that, whatever you do, BOJ. Yes, sir. Shout out to my WIFEY. The WIFEY, not a BUDDY. They had a lot of people with these buddies out here. Hey, get it how you live, buddies. Get it how you live, buddies, man. It's just a buddy pass, man. So shout out to you. Shout out to PC Smith in the building. Thank you, PC. Showing love, man. My sis, man, in the building. Tracy said, welcome back, Drew. Are there any NovaTech hacks because they are not in South Carolina? BOJ, this is your question. All right. So I'm not the most knowledgeable person on this, but I do know that because you can register a business, there are ways around that. I know some people that live in Texas, and it has not necessarily stopped them from joining NovaTech. So I will say that I don't know how much I would be of help to you, but I may know some people that might be able to help you out. So we'll get back to Lambo Drew. I'll get him some information, and we'll help you figure that hack on out.
I know BLJ knew. He's like, hey, look, Drew, don't worry about this. I got this.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, yep. Just know that there are people that live in the restricted states that have found a way to be involved, and that's all I'll say. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for that. But
no, we'll leave it alone. We leave it at that. Don't even worry about it. Hey, you got it. He got you, Tracy. Don't worry about it. All right. So, my wife said, can you tell me about HYIPs? Talk to us.
Yes. So HYIPs are very risky, but can be very profitable projects in this crypto space. Because crypto is vastly deregulated and decentralized, it leaves people the opportunity to really set up what a lot of people would call scams or schemes or whatever you may want to call it, but they offer really high returns. They're talking anywhere from, I'm in one right now. I'm only in one, knowingly one, but it's like 4.1% a day, 7 days a week. Yeah, and
that's not that Aplex trade, huh?
That's Aplex trade.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to say it, but I called it out. Okay,
that's Aplex trade, and it's the only one I'm in right now. And I think I remember telling you before, I stayed out of HYIPs just to kind of see what the state of HYIPs would be without that BOJ influence, because I was getting contacted so many times about HYIPs that I was just like, let me just see what they do without me. I just want to see if they can last, them thinking they're going to have BOJ to promote and then not having me, not trying to think of myself as some, hype god or anything like that, but I just wanted to see, So HYIPs are very risky. Yes, they have paid out. HYIP was the very first platform I ever joined. Yes, I put 30,000 in it. Yes, I was withdrawing every day from it. And yes, it went away from me at the worst time possible. Yeah. So that's very liable to happen in the HYIP. I compare it to, just to sum it all up, I compare it to the casino. Yes, you can win at the casino. You can win. Sometimes you got to get lucky. Most of the times you got to get lucky if you're going to win at the casino.
Bruh, that's all I'm going to say. I take your clothes off your back and you be sitting there like, so I thought that this was supposed to be good for me, and it wasn't good at that point. So, But
and people, they spend some money to make these really nice looking websites and, really elaborate back offices that have this and that and everything you could ever want in the security, like 2FA, CAPTCHA, all that stuff. They make it look real, real sweet.
Man, look at me. Those HYIPs they're there for a reason. I told you years back about Genius Funds. You can still Google up the Genius Funds.
I might just do that.
And everybody will literally show you like that was the biggest one where people lost that, man. And they were making some insane returns.
Oh, man.
I think Genius Funds was making like a week 600% returns.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And who was getting that? Was it people that were earning passively on that, or was it
people was earning passively? People was earning passively. They were paying out like people. They had a lot of people, even big politicians, were in Genius Funds, and like when they were paying out. And the moment that they collapsed and they folded, it broke people's heart because some people had millions involved into that joint, and it just, it is what it is. So.
That's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the beast. If you come in there waving how much you got around and all that different stuff, it'll strip you down.
Yeah.
So you gotta be cautious.
Yeah.
Proceed with caution.
So you gotta let me know. Aplex trade is that you say 4% a day or 6% a day?
4.1 starting off at $25 minimum. And I got in at 4.4 because I put in over, I think it was over $1,000. I put in around just south of $3,000, just enough to get that 4.4% and see if it'll last that 30 days. You're supposed to get your principal back at the end of the 30, and we'll see. It's paying right now. It's paying. I think it's on day 9 right now. I got in on day 0.
Okay.
And so it's been paying me for 9 days between referral commissions, the bonuses it's set up, all that different stuff. So it's paying out. It's been paying instantly, and it's working so good so far. So,
yeah.
That's I knew when I put that 3,000 in, this could be the last time I see that 3,000, and I had to be perfectly okay with that. Which I was. So it's good to see it's doing what it's doing. We'll see how long it lasts.
See how long it lasts, man. See where it takes us at that point, right?
Right. That's right.
You know. All right, Tracy asked another question. Where's Pariba on your list?
Oh man. So if I had to
you
put
last talked about that the last show.
Yeah, and I actually I got a cease and desist from Pariba. I was warned that I wasn't supposed to necessarily be. They weren't specific on what I was allowed to say on YouTube, but apparently something that I said in one of the later videos caught the attention of the lawyers at Pariba, and they gave me a cease and desist. So I took all my Pariba videos down. I'm still active in Pariba. It's still something that I'm looking forward to passively growing, and then maybe introducing with some people that I just kind of know that aren't in it, that aren't necessarily on the YouTube space. But I pulled back a little bit from Pariba just because of that.
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to share it like I do. I never guarantee anything. So I thought I was in a safe space to be able to talk about it. I know some other leaders that are talking about Pariba, but I believe that since they're moving in another direction, they want to make sure all of their compliance is the right thing. They want to make sure that anybody that's talking about Pariba is saying the right things. And I like that. I don't have a problem with that. And I commend them for it. They don't want just anybody out here saying anything about their company. So I get that. And I'm still excited about what it can do. I think the pools are great. I think the different ways to earn money actively are great. The passive returns for people that maybe just wanted to put in some crypto and earn, it's not sexy, but it's safe. It seems like it's a
you gotta talk to us about how that one is safe, right?
Yeah, so
if you can talk about it.
I'll say it's safe because it's not guaranteeing anything crazy.
Okay.
It's not saying we're gonna pay you an average of 3%. It's paying less than NovaTech, it's paying less than funds.
Okay.
They want you to invest over $50,000 to be able to get 0.5% per day, and they only trade 4 days a week. They only pay out 4 days a week. So
it's like 2%.
Yeah, so it's like 2% if you invest over 50,000. Under that, it's 3% a day, so that's like 1.2 or something like that.
Okay.
So it's safe in that regard where it's not front loaded in paying out. It's been around since October of 2019. So yeah. So it's been around for a minute, and it's been doing its thing for a minute. So I have a lot of respect for Pariba on many different levels. The reason it's not on my top 3 is because I can't really promote it. I can't really talk about my journey in it the way that I'd like to, the way I'm used to doing. So of course it's not going to get the same type of results that it may that a FundsZ is getting or a NovaTech is getting right now while I'm able to talk about my journey to the world. So I love what Pariba's doing. I'm actually still waiting on some withdrawals from Pariba though. I did some withdrawals. I did two $100 withdrawals that I am not so certain that I have received just yet. And I did those days ago. And I may not have done enough research on the amount of days that it takes to withdraw from the exchange. I really do like that they have their own exchange. I think that's pretty cool. But as of yesterday, I know I hadn't gotten paid, and it had been over 48 hours, at least for the first one I did. So still kind of monitoring that, but like I'm looking at it right now, and I still don't see any transactions. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens. It could take longer. It could take maybe a week to withdraw. I don't know. I'll do some more research on that, but I know I haven't gotten it. So Pariba's up there, but like I said, I can't do the things I'd like to do with Pariba. So I just kind of play with it from the background. I got 20 grand in Pariba, so I have enough to be able to, still be able to present it outside of YouTube and say, hey, I got skin in the game. If this is something you're interested in, let me know.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta keep us posted on that. I know you will.
For sure.
Around, because you can't talk too much about it, but really keep us posted on that, because that may be a game changer and everything for some people who are out here
who
are looking for to get in something that's got a little history to it as well.
That's right.
Wow, dude. Okay. All right, let me know something. I got a couple of my own questions and stuff like that, man. Shout out.
I'm an open book, so whatever questions you may have, let them rip, man. Let them rip.
You know me, man. Shout out to you, Linda Williams. This is my mother-in-law, man, in the building, man.
Shout out to we got some Williamses in here today.
We got some Williamses, man. I'm trying to tell you, that's my wife's family, man, and Williams family, man.
That Williams family, man. Something about them Williams.
Hey, the Williams, I know what it is, man. I had to take one look at my wife, and I said, "Nah, the Williams, you mine."
I love it.
Just showing love, man. So shout out to y'all, man. Definitely for showing love. Listen, let us know about, man, Elevate Pass. Where is that currently at, dude?
Yeah, so Elevate Pass, a little background story on Elevate Pass. I've been in Elevate Pass for almost a year now.
Okay.
And it was one of those platforms that when I saw it, it was brought to me by one of my online crypto colleagues. Shout out to my boy Ryan G Trader, another guy out of the UK. Shout out to him. But when I got involved, it was another platform where I was in the hype space. I was in the 3%, 4%, 5, 6, 8, 10. So when I'm looking at up to 3% weekly, I was not too impressed. But I said, I'm gonna put a little money in it and see what happens. It has a matrix system, so I'll be able to help others benefit from my own journey and my own work. And when I first started, it was literally the least popular platform that I had on my channel. It probably did 3% for maybe the first couple weeks, and then everything after that was averaging sub 2. So it wasn't really that impressive in its weekly return, but it stayed available.
Yeah.
So as the months went by, I just said, well, I'm still able to log in. I have a little balance. I can withdraw it. Like, it's still hitting my wallet. I know how to withdraw in Tron now, which was a whole nother thing. I wasn't into Tron, so I didn't really understand until I started earning Tron. But it just continued to last. It had Zoom calls all the time. It was giving us trading reports. It allowed us to compound. It just wasn't paying out in a very lucrative way for short-term, thought-minded, thought process people like myself at that time. But as it just continued to grow, I just say, you know what? It deserves more attention from me.
Okay.
And I had gotten to a place where, like I said, I was reverse engineering platforms to make an income for myself. I said, you know what? I got a few $1,000s. Let's see if we can. If it's going to pay 1%, that's cool. I'll take that extra $100 a week. I'll take that. That's cool with me.
Right.
So I did that, and it just started gaining a little bit of steam. It's still nowhere near my most popular platform, but when it comes down to availability, being the best ability, it's got that.
Really?
And it's got it. It's been around for a year, and it just seems to do things that keep it alive.
Okay.
So that's what I have to say about Elevate Pass. It's not going to pay you the most, but it's going to pay you more than the bank.
Yeah. And is that what, weekly pullouts or monthly withdrawals?
So the weekly withdrawals are every Wednesday. They have a cashback system. So they have their cashback rewards, and they pay you every Wednesday. So tomorrow will be Elevate Pass payday.
Really?
Yeah.
And it goes straight to your crypto account, or
no? I have to go in and withdraw. They have a manual compounding button.
Okay.
So I have that running right now.
Okay.
I just have it working in the background, doing what it's doing. But you can withdraw weekly as long as you have, I believe, over whatever the minimum is in the crypto that you want to withdraw.
Okay.
You have different options.
Okay.
So if you have a balance, you can decide. And that's another thing that's cool. You may have deposited in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Let's say you get a year down the line and you want to withdraw in USDT or Tron or Litecoin. Right. If you have enough based on their withdrawal limits for that coin, you can go ahead and take out in that coin and take advantage of maybe some things that are going on in the market.
Wow.
So
do you know how like you're really like putting some heavy stuff out here tonight. Like people need to be sharing this to everybody. Like, yo, y'all better subscribe to this guy's channel. Like literally, people have been looking for this stuff.
Yeah. And it's
what's paying out, what has the longevity of history.
And it's really funny to me because I get a lot of comments from folks that just got on my channel when I started talking about COTPS and MetaFi and all these platforms that are here today and went on some people, right?
Yeah.
And I always talk about this to the people. I was having a conversation with another person that's starting his YouTube channel.
Okay.
I was letting him know that the hard times when these platforms go away are the best times for you, because not only are you going to be able to put your posture out there to the world about how you feel about what's going on, but because of what's going on, more people are going to be looking to you.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, and I think this is unfortunate, a lot of the people that bring platforms out on YouTube, they're willing to talk about when they get in them and their successes, but when platforms go away, you don't see them talking about nothing.
Crickets.
Nothing at all.
Crickets.
And I just don't. I've never been that way. I don't want to be that way. I want to meet things head on so we can move on.
Yeah.
Because if you don't address it, then it's like lingering in the air, and it leaves people to question, like, well, what happened? You know, he was all cool when everybody was signing up under him. Yeah. Now that things are going bad, where is he now? Where is she now? Or whatever. And I didn't want to be that kind of person. So when those kind of things happen, you just get out in front of it. You experience this new kind of growth, and you have people that come in that have been maybe joined somebody else, and they're looking for information. So it makes it kind of look like everything that you're getting involved in is shutting down.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got a whole bunch of new people that are only there because the platform had issues.
Yeah.
So they're looking for the solution to their problem, and they just come across me, right? And sometimes I'm not the voice they want to hear. They don't want to hear get over it. They don't want to hear move on. They want to hear me say, I'm going to give everyone Michael Daher's number right now. You guys call him, show up to Australia, and everybody go jump him and take the money.
Yeah.
Some people want to hear me say that, and that's just never going to happen. In this space, I know better. And until I'm proven, until it proves like Amini FX, I'd love to see it come back.
Man, talk about it. Because what is your latest even on that? Talk about it.
I love that they're fighting.
Yeah.
Because that's something you don't see. And of course, they're here in America and they're under the microscope of us. And there's so many people of big scale involved. And the way that they're fighting, it's the support that they have.
Yeah.
The support in this. And I believed in Eddie. He was part of the reason why I decided to jump in the way I did, because I loved how he carried himself. I love how he did his presentations. I love how straightforward he was, and he did not apologize about telling people the straightforward. It may not be what you want to hear, but this is what we are. Yeah. And if you can't deal with that, then find somewhere else to be. Unapologetically. I like that kind of approach because it doesn't leave much room for guessing.
Yeah.
Right? You know what you're getting. The only thing about it is, sometimes, a lot of times here in the United States, if you're of a certain demographic, they always trying to look to keep you down.
Yeah.
And keep it as simple as possible. So I don't doubt that played a little bit into this. I don't doubt that, the large transactions in a space that isn't even regulated in this country. It's just another case study. And there's a guy that's kind of monitoring this, but he calls it crypto in the court.
Really?
There's a guy that's vlogging about this case right now. And he calls his vlog crypto in the court. And who knows what that can turn into, but there's this battle with crypto in the court right now. I mean, the big battle between SEC and Ripple. That's crypto in the court.
Yeah.
So with all that stuff going on, I don't doubt that they'll try to make an example of Eddie. And I'm a God-fearing man, so I don't never say what God can't do.
Yeah.
I won't ever say that. But
Yeah.
we'll just have to wait and see. I'm willing to be patient and kind of see what plays out, because one, I was willing to lose that money. As hard as it is to say, I was willing to lose that in order to gain. But two, to see this play out can say a lot about the future of this space.
Yeah.
So it's always good to kind of pay attention, because there's always going to be platforms coming. There's always going to be people like Eddie that may come from different walks of life, but they want more for people. They want the public to have the opportunity to win. And there's going to be some of those people that are made examples of.
Yeah.
And these are just case studies to watch, because this is a time where the wealth gap is closing for people that look like us. And there's a lot of people that don't want to see that happen. So
do you know, I seen there was a compound, and this was the truth, about under immediate effects. If somebody was in there for like a year or something like that, with like I think it was like 40,000, 45,000. And 1 year and 4 months, there'd be $1.1 million coming out there after compound. Do you mean to tell me you can become a millionaire after $40,000 in there at the very minimum of 5% a week?
Yeah, and that compounding ability is what gets you there. Yeah, it's just whether it can do it. I mean, there's plenty of people that are taking advantage of compounding. Yeah, there's plenty of businesses. It's just, where are they doing it? Where is it happening in a place that, and they're taking that risk too. Yeah. So it's finding those places. We all thought Immediate Effects was going to be one of those places that we could really, even if we didn't want to compound. Yeah. Even if it also, in the presentation that they gave, it gave you that option. Said not everybody's going to want to compound. Some of you may want to just withdraw, and here's what you can do if you just withdraw every week. So
that's life-changing, life-altering type of stuff, man. But guess what? With BLJ, you still have these opportunities that he's bringing to you that are still life-altering and life-changing. Just got to tap in to BLJ and especially when he's cranking out that crypto. He's like, dude, he's telling you like, yo, okay, immediate, you did your 10%. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we still rolling. But yo, we got these bam, 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 still paying out. Like, what? Are you serious? Pegasus at 10.5% a week. You look at NovaTech. NovaTech's at 3% a week. Sometimes it may take a dip. You look at FundsZ with the SZ at the end. They're still cranking out, 3% a week, man. Sometimes maybe at 2%. So you guys are still, even look at Elevate Pass. Don't get me started. There are still all of these things that are still winning. That literally, man, or you can be compounding and gaining money each and every single week. So BLJ is still on it, still hitting the target.
And listen, man, there are more than that. There are more things out there that I haven't even decided to put a foothold in yet, because I may personally not have the bandwidth to do it. But there are things that I can't. There's things that I can't even talk about on YouTube. There's just it's a whole world that's been opened up to me, to people that play in this space, and the information is so important. And if we play the game right, I do believe there will be more winners than losers. Yeah, we're not going to get everything right. We're not going to, there's not going to be a straight, narrow path to success on this one. Yeah, by any means. You're going to have to get a little creative sometimes. Yeah, but there's a way. It's definitely a way.
Well, you are definitely leading the charge, man. Talk to us. I got two more to ask you about, man. What's good with metal yielders, man? What's going on with them?
So talk to us about it. Metafee yielders.
Metafee yielders. That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
So for those of you that don't know about Metafee yielders was brought to me by another one of the leaders in the space named Crypto Muscle. Mm-hmm. And he presented me with an opportunity to interview this guy, right? Mm-hmm. So he had done an interview with him kind of face to face, because Crypto Muscle doesn't show his face, but they did an interview, caused me to do an interview. I put it out there, had a lot of success starting out. I think I think that platform just under me did over $16 million in turnover.
Okay.
And paid out really well for a span of time. I was able to withdraw almost 300K in a span of less than in a span of less than 2 months.
Wow.
So
wow.
It was paying out. It was doing its thing, right? It came across to that crypto winter time frame when things started falling off. And in some of the interviews that the CEO did, his name is Michael. Well, we think his name is Michael Daher. It's not the first time somebody has put a fake name out there, but he was telling people that the market would not affect yield farming. In all actuality, it did affect yield farming. As a matter of fact, there's many exchanges that stopped paying out. They stopped withdrawals.
Yes.
They completely stopped them. So in my mind, of course, the red flags are there for a fallen platform.
Right.
What makes it feel like it could have came back or could possibly come back was the fact that exchanges stopped withdrawals. So if you have your money, even if you're a platform, if you have your money in an exchange and the exchange stops withdrawals, you can't pay anybody. So it kind of makes you think on both sides, like, is this real? Like, I literally had the dude's contact if I have his number. Like every time I spoke to him outside of, if we're planning like an interview, or if I was contacting him just to see how things were going on his end, because things got really popping quickly. And I told him, I was like, look, man, when this thing goes up, I'm actually talking to a face now. So just understand that we've had instances like this before where people have come and ran away. And, I tried to even give them an example of another platform called Futures Trade that was around back in December, January timeframe.
Remember that? Speaking on that.
It came and went, had a face and everything. And it did not turn out very well for that guy, based on what I'm hearing. So I told Michael, I said, look, Mr. Daher, this thing gets popping and you decide to tuck your tail, there's going to be some pissed off people. Now, I know the risk. I know the risk. I get it. So if you take off, I ain't put nothing in here that I wasn't willing to lose. And everyone that watches me at this point should understand that they're taking that risk as well if they decide to do it. So it won't be, I ain't going to sit over here and cry. We're just going to move forward. But there's going to be a lot of people that join you for the first time. They're going to be joining these platforms for the first time only because they're seeing a face.
Right behind
I saw it happen with Futures Trade. There was people that never got involved in this space ever that felt the confidence to share it with people, let alone get involved.
Right.
They were sharing it with people. And it burnt them. So it was one of the lessons we learned in the space. And I told Mr. Daher, I said, look, if that's your plan, just understand that there are people everywhere. And people that have done this may have gotten away with it for a little while. It may have gotten away with it from a authoritarian type of way, like police and all that different stuff. But the people are undefeated. And they'll find a way. I mean, your face is plastered all over the internet at this point. I don't know what quality of life he's having, or if I was told that he's kind of been advised not to speak. He was doing too much talking. He said that his lawyers had told him, because he had gotten death threats to his family, his children, from all over the world. He's had people show up at his house, his parents' house. Apparently he used his house address for the registered address of the company. So people looked up Metafi, they found his house and he pulled up. So with all that going on, his lawyers and I guess the people that advise him told him that he needs to be quiet. And there were some instances where I felt like he could have handled things better when he went on live. But who am I to tell the CEO of a platform how to handle his platform? It's your platform. I can tell you, what to expect from the people that may join your platform. But as far as some of the things that he has to experience, I'll never have to experience that because I'm not on that side. But I gave him a warning, and now no one I know has heard from him. I've reached out to him several times, no response.
Wow.
So That's kind of
Wow.
how things can go. And I'm glad that I limited myself. I didn't over leverage like the future trade I put in over $100,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
With this one, I said, I'm stopping at 40.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna get this one 10%, this one $10,000 plan, and I'm just crank this out until I can't anymore.
Yeah.
And that's where I stood. And I'm glad I did that because it enabled me to do some powerful things in my top 3.
That's good.
So,
So did it crank out for you pretty well? That 10
oh yeah,
G's. Okay.
yeah. So I mean, the platform itself cranked out for me well, based on how much I was able to withdraw from it.
Right.
So either way, I mean, that's just the other side of the game, right?
Yeah.
But passively, if I was a passive person, not pleased.
Wow.
I was maybe played. I may have been paid out for a little while. It wasn't like I put for most people that got in when I got in, it wasn't I put my money in and I didn't get most of it back. Most people that got in when I got in, most of them got most of it back. They didn't get a whole lot. They didn't get the whole thing back. They didn't make much of a profit unless they shared the opportunity. And that's where it kind of gets dicey, right? You want to have platforms that can last for the passive person. You really do. I really want platforms that can be there for the person that may not feel compelled to share. They just want to experience financial freedom on their, I don't want to say on their own, but without having to do what we do. Everybody's going to be a blogger, YouTube, link share, all that.
Yeah.
But for people to only profit if they were those link sharers, that's where it gets kind of like, you only make money off link sharing, and this time everybody starts to hate and all that stuff. And they start to try to take away from the work that you put in to be in that position. And that's what I always kind of remind myself. I put a lot of work to be at this space where I can be able to make $300,000 from a platform in 2 months. Yeah. Because I went through losing 30,000. I went through losing 100,000. Yeah. I went through sharing platforms that would last a year and nobody was interested in, but everybody wanted to jump in something that they knew was high risk. I went through all of that. Yeah. So when I stand at the and this isn't the end. This is something we're tied into this thing for as long as crypto is around.
Yeah.
These things are not going away. They're not. So, not in my opinion, unless there's some crazy regulation that gets imposed in the United States where it just makes it like completely illegal and they start rounding people up. We're gonna be able to play in this space for a long time. It's just learning how to play and taking it step by step, understanding you're not gonna get wealthy off of one platform. It's not gonna happen like that. Accept that. You're gonna have some that are really good, but take those good times and really start to learn how to diversify. Not just, I'm going to up my ante every time things are good. And next thing you know, all my money's in this platform and I can't take no money out.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's the thing. People just trying to not over leverage themselves and stuff like that and being smart about it.
That's right.
All right. So Tracy said, thanks, guys. Definitely about that Pariba and everything else. And especially the NovaTech. So I know he's going to be on it and stuff like that with that. My wife, he said, can you tell me what is yield farming? This is a good question because a lot of people are unfamiliar with that. And I first heard the terminology a couple years back ago with Brandon Brown. And I think it was, who was that? Was it Animal Farm or something weird stuff? But go ahead and,
So I'll be honest with you. Yield farming is a new concept to me. It's something that I know people are taking advantage of. It was explained to me as like, you're the lender of crypto, right? So you're lending out crypto and you're able to earn off the lending of that crypto, right? That's how it was explained to me. It's kind of considered like staking because you're putting your crypto into a apparatus that of course is doing the lending for you, but you're earning a percentage on that, whatever the allotted percentage is for whatever time. So that's how I understand yield farming. I'm not an expert on it. I don't necessarily do it. The Metafi Yielders platform, I thought, was a good way for me to get involved in yield farming, but still be doing similar activities that I'm already used to doing. It was when Metafi decided it was going to dip out that, maybe it wasn't yield farming after all, or maybe it was trying to yield farm the wrong crypto, like maybe a Luna or something that like took a crazy crash. Who knows? Who knows? But that's the kind of things that's what I understand yield farming to be, and that's just me having very limited experience on yield farming.
And you know, I wind up, what was it? Gosh, it was Pancake Swap and some of the other ones, man, that you had to switch back over and stuff like that, man. Oh my gosh, I remember that. And
it's so much.
Yeah, dude.
Pancake Swap it's so much. I never got it. Like MetaMask too. Like some of those are a little over my head. I'm still learning about some of these wallets. Some of the tokens that are out here. Like I try to stay in the crypto that I know.
And,
you know,
dude, I did a video like the beginning of this year, dropped like 22 cryptos and over 22 NFTs, man, that was going to be dropping, and literally tied it all. I told them what was getting ready to happen, and it literally happened. And then that metaverse space started taking off. And people were like, Drew, how in the world did you know? I say, dude, I know what's going to happen. Don't even worry about it. Just stick to this and you'll be straight. And for those who go look at that video, they'll check it out, man. I'm telling you. Tracy say, do you prefer any wallet over another?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I like Exodus. I really like Exodus. I think it's like a one-stop shop for everything I need. You know, it gives me everything that I need. I'm able to send it wherever I need to send it. I can have it on my phone, my computer. I've got the keys to it. It's you know, I like Exodus. That's my personal favorite. Of course, you know, when I'm withdrawing, I use Coinbase. I got everything through Coinbase. A lot of people like Kraken. But for me, I'm an Exodus guy. I'm an Exodus guy.
Yeah. Exodus is a dope wallet, man. I always loved Exodus, man. And I told a lot of other people, man, about Exodus. Like, yeah, Drew, I got Exodus and stuff like that, man. Coinbase is dope too. You know, I really love that just because of, you know, what Coinbase was doing. What about Webull? Do you do anything with Webull or what?
I don't.
Really?
I don't. And I haven't done that much research on Webull. So that's surely off of not knowing that much about Webull. But if I look into Webull and I see some things that I like, I'll consider it. You know, what are some of the things you like? Do you use Webull?
Well, Webull is good for a swing trade account. So I don't know. Do you watch Larry Jones? You know who Larry Jones is?
I feel like I've heard that name before, but I don't think I know I don't watch him.
Yeah. Larry Jones, he's a YouTuber too, old school guy, man. And a lot of people know I've been, always talked about Larry. And then Larry does a lot of swing trading in that. And so Webull at one time was giving out like $2,500 worth of crypto just to open up your wallet.
Wow.
$2,500 worth of stock just to open up your wallet. So
is that WEB?
WEBE. I think it's WEEBLE or something like that. Or WEB. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we talk offline, send me that. I'd like to do some research on it.
Yeah. Oh man, don't even worry about it. I'll make sure that is sent to you because we will definitely, people love that particular one, man, over anything, man. Tracy says a big thanks, man. You know,
no
Tracy,
problem, Tracy.
Thank you, man. Tracy, you know, he's definitely always. Yeah, and that's what we want to hear when we come to the broadcast. You know, we want to make sure you guys are asking some good questions because at the end of this, if you don't understand, please at least say something like, hey, man, we may can help you out, answer a question for you, maybe give you some direction with it, you know. And I know you, Jay, you probably deal with a lot of it, man, 1,000,001 questions. Like, you know, I read the comments for you, Jay, and I'd be like,
yeah.
Man, they gotta take it easy on my guy, man. Are you serious?
I got time for some of them. Some of them I give them a little bit of time, show them I'm an educated N-word, but you know what I'm saying? But, you know, some of them I just kind of I understand that I've talked about those things. So when people say they ask questions about things that I talk about, I just say, hey, go and watch the video. Watch it in its entirety. And if it's not in there, then, you know, then we'll address what it is. If you got to email me, I just recently put my email in my description now. So
really,
yeah, that was a big step for me.
I was getting ready to say you don't usually hit you with that, yo. I will give it to you on a personal slide.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah. I decided to go ahead and do that. So that's been hectic to say the least. But I do really want to help people that want to be helped, and I'm starting to get better at knowing the difference, because I know what I've spoken on. I know where I tell people to get information, and if people aren't asking the right questions, I know that their commitment level to learning is not at a certain place. So some questions I'm willing to answer, some questions I gotta leave on red because they just
they're
don't have the time.
They're a total different beast out there. You're sitting there looking at them like, dude, are you kidding me at this point?
Yeah.
Which do you get the people, man, who actually want you to help assist them? Like, hey, we want you to, get the wallet and help assist us, and what do you charge? Do you get those people or what?
I wouldn't have the time to really dive in and help those people. It would be really hard for me to do that, because if I do that for one person, I'll have to do that for another, and then another, then another, and another, and another. And I just don't have the bandwidth for that. I like to tell people, look, you're already on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're already watching me on YouTube. Type in the things that you're looking for in that search bar. And there's somebody out there that has taken the time to go through exactly what you're looking to learn and share it with you. And it may not be me. You might have to find your second favorite YouTuber out there. You know what I'm saying? But, the information is out there.
Everybody loves you. Like, everybody who I talk about, man, it'd be like, yo, did you watch BOJ, man? I caught BOJ ass. So I'm like, man, dude, they be on you, man. And I love to see it, because that's the body of work that you're putting in, and that's the results that you're getting back. And you're helping other people get results who all they have to do is invest and tap in. And it's really easy. Some of these platforms are so easy to sign up, man. You may have to do a tutorial one of these days.
It's painfully easy to sign up for a platform.
Yeah, you may have to do a walkthrough. Like on.
And I've done a few. And usually I do some walkthroughs when I'm first introducing the platform. Like, if I do a new platform alert, I'll put it out there. I'll do the PDF, and then I'll walk through kind of how to get going. Most of the platforms are very cut and dry. They just ask for some information, your name, your email address, your wallet information, different stuff like that. They might ask you up front, but very simple, basic information. Make sure you're over 18, different stuff like that. Maybe what country you're in. Some will ask you to fill out KYC information, which is a little bit more personally invasive, but it's to make sure that you are who you say you are. Yeah. And it's very simple to sign up. The hardest thing for people to do is put money in there.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's hard to do. It's hard to let go. It's hard to make that decision to say, I'm willing to lose this. So everyone comes to that place when they come to that place.
Yeah. I tell people like this all the time. I say, you have to give the money up when the bill collectors come, right?
That's right.
You might as well go ahead and give the money up and everything, man, when it comes to your investment of your future and building generational wealth, man.
That's right.
I'm huge on that. So shout out to my little one on here. Hi, Dad. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you.
What's up, little one?
Yeah, you see that, huh? She got a frog emoji on there. So shout out to you for showing love to me and my guy BOJ on the broadcast. Listen, if you guys want to go ahead, please like and subscribe, man, to the YouTube channel, man, The Brink of Jharol, man. Please make sure you guys, it's on here. Go like, subscribe to the channel today. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. That's my guy, man. I'm telling you, he's been literally cranking out a lot of cryptos, and he's giving y'all over 90 minutes, man, today. I don't want to have him anymore.
He got me over here sweating.
Look, I seen the heat got you sweating and everything like you running on Kuta Kinte.
Lord.
On roots again.
I had to turn some fans on here.
Man, it's all good, man. We're going to get you out of here for the night, man. We really want to thank you, man. Anything else, man, that you would love to say to the broadcast, because you brought so much stuff tonight, man, and a lot of heat, man. For real.
Well, first of all, I just want to thank you, Lambo Drew, for doing what you're doing. You've been a consistent voice in the space. of not just crypto, but just in how to create a better life for yourself in general through your finances and leveraging in the right way. So shout out to you for doing that. And thank you for having me on again. And you already know how I roll. I'll be back on here whenever you need me to. And for those of you that are out there that may be discouraged by the space, if you're discouraged, it's okay. I understand. All you got to do is just keep on watching and you'll see. We're committed to finding the winners at BLJ, and we're committed to winning the best that we can. And when we can't, we're going to be trying to find a way. So
okay,
that's it, man. That's all I got.
Listen, somebody said, my guy Wagner said, man, my question isn't answered. I've never seen him post a question. What was it? Talk to me, Sir Wag. Thank you for coming on here. Talk to me. Put us in the text. Put, my guy Jay, he been on here giving out an hour and a half of drops. Put it in the question. Let us know what your question is, because we didn't see it, and I'm pretty sure we went through all of the info on here, man. Put it on here, definitely. So yeah, we'll go ahead and let you do that. Let you put that on here. Tracy said, BOJ, you got to do your closing mantra, man. That is amazing.
I'll do it. Listen up, everybody. Make sure you put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you, and all your wallets, because crypto is indeed the Wild Wild West. And you can ask me how I know about that, because I've been hacked myself. All right. If you like the kind of content I provide, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like Lambo Drew's content, make sure you like his channel, subscribe to his channel, so you can be updated and notified about everything going on in this space, in his space. Hit that notification bell as well. All right. And remember, never put anything in any of these platforms that you're not willing to lose. Golden rule, golden rule, golden rule.
Shout out to BOJ in the building, man. My guy, man. Yes, we live for that. For those who know you, man, and we are fans, like we're literally not just spectators, we're fans of you, BOJ. So as much flowers as you give us, man, I got to tell you and your great, wonderful wife, man, that we are fans of y'all. We thank y'all for everything that you put out here, and all the energy that you put out here, your information, your research. You put it out here, and you literally get in the studio, man, and literally give us hope, give us life.
Amen.
Give us breath, man, in our body.
Yeah.
So hit that whatever button that you got, because you definitely be hitting it, man. You be hitting it, man. I'm telling you.
I love that applause button, man.
Oh my God,
I love
that applause button.
Good stuff.
That applause button be going in, and I just be looking like, man, this guy here, he's got the sound effects and everything else.
Oh yeah, I don't really want to. I don't want to have to use them, but I got some on deck over here. I don't want to have to use, but if the time comes, I'll use them.
Yeah, man, you better be using them, man. Look, Tracy said, "Love it, man." He really went on definitely. We couldn't wait to hear that and stuff like that. He said, "If you're not strapped, you're about to be hacked." Yeah, man.
Stay strapped up.
Stay strapped
out here.
I'm telling you, man. Thank you, BOJ. My wife is showing some love. Showing love, man. Wagner, we waiting on you, man. What you typing? You pecking on the computers or what? Where's your question? What's your question, man? He said, look, Tracy said, Drew, we got to get you a machine.
Oh yeah, man. You need some sound effects of your own, brother.
Hey. So I'm making you laugh. I really have to make you laugh, because for real, my guy, Points Blank Travel. Shout out to my guy Rod, man, for Points Blank Travel. He's got these stuff, man, these beat machines and everything else out. Yep. I say, I felt like I was doing a record with him. I said, like, bro, are we doing the podcast, or are we scratching records on here, man? Yep. So shout out to my guy Rod.
It's crazy because the board that I have has these. It's got those kind of those pads on it as well. It's the Rodecaster Pro. So,
are you serious?
Machine. Yeah, great machine, and those pads are just for sounds, but it's a great machine. It does great work. So, I'm happy with it.
Wow, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, look, and your wife is showing some love with the fire emojis. You know, for real, you know.
I think I can hear her clapping in there too.
Yeah. Yeah, hear it clapping because I am definitely laughing at that one. So hold on. Tracy said, you're trying to start something. Yeah, my wife is right. Is right. I'm not lying to you. Is right. So listen, Wagner says he sent the question for about 3 times. What? I didn't Wag, sir, Wag. Let us know what your question is, because we didn't get it.
I know I haven't seen it. Good profile pic though.
Yeah, that's my guy, man, Sir Wag. We didn't get it. Could you send it to me or wow? I mean, did you write it on the computer screen or what? Huh?
So it sounds like it was an important question.
Yeah. Oh man, Wagner loves your show. He loves what you do. Wagner is one of the faithful guys. Is always say, dude, I watch everything. He's been watching you, man, almost since probably the conception of you starting your channel. Wow. So he's a big fan. Big fan.
Shout out to you, Wag. I hope we can answer your question tonight.
Yeah, he said he sent it 3 times, but I don't see it sent 3 times. You gotta go on Facebook, send it on Facebook or whatever. Where did he send it on YouTube? He said, right? New comment. Make sure he's sending it in the public chat. Oh yeah. Because I don't think he sent it in the private chat. Make sure you sent it in the public chat. Yeah, Sir Wag. I'm pretty sure Wag's pretty same chat that you just did, Sir Wag. Just let me know, and we can put it in there for you, dude. I want to make sure with every question, because I know you come with some stuff, man, on here. Let me see. Yeah, and Tracy's definitely 100% right. I haven't seen it. It hasn't showed up in the private chat. Hasn't showed up in any other chat.
Well, maybe he can send you a message or something on Facebook or something.
Yeah,
we can answer it offline.
Yeah, we can answer it, man, because I don't know what didn't happen, man. Everybody else has sent their questions, Sir Wag, man. So if we got to do that, man, we got to do that, man, and just make it happen, man, on that end. All right. So, man, listen, thank you, BOJ, man, for coming on here. You and your wife giving us y'all time, because definitely it's a great thing. I love, man, just to be able to get you on here on a Tuesday night when I can get you, man.
Yes, sir.
And please apologize for that the last time for your wife. I know y'all had company.
No, it's okay. That's all right. We worked it out. We got through, and we had enough time to spend with them as well. So it was all good.
Yeah. Okay, he said, this is it. Tell me more about aldopay.cc. Aldopay. Let me see.
So if he's speaking about, and I'll just make this a general comment, and I do have to go, but I'll make this a general comment. I'll say that I only talk about platforms that I personally have an investment in. So aldopay.cc is not a platform that I have any type of foothold in, any kind of skin in the game. So that's not one that I can really provide a whole lot of information on at this time.
Okay. Well, hey, you know what? We went on ahead. We put it in there, man. Thank you, BOJ, for showing some love. Definitely. If he got the information, he'll make sure that he keeps doing it. Look, Tracy gonna tell me. He said, Drew, you keep sending up the smoke. BOJ, I'm always checking you out. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Tracy, for watching, man. I really appreciate it, and I hope we can continue to keep bringing out winners for you to keep on cranking out that crypto over there, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Trace, man. Showing some serious love on here. Wagner did say he just let me know. Thank you, sir. Thanks for that information of that info. So, hey, that's what we try to do. We try to make sure that we go on ahead and give out a whole lot of information. Listen, y'all make sure y'all catch this replay. And make sure y'all share this video, man, with somebody. Make this video go viral, because my guy BOJ is in the building and made sure that he dropped a lot of nuggets, almost 2 hours worth. Listen, let's get this man out the booth, because this man is sweating.
He's sweating over here, boy. We got this hot light on me.
Look, I know got these lights. I know what you mean. Make sure we're gonna get him out of here.
I didn't put this hot Washington Commanders baseball jersey on just to represent. Now I'm in here sweat.
Now, no, represent your team, represent your squad.
Yes,
throw your side up, man. Hey, how y'all gonna do this year? Y'all think y'all gonna do good or what this year?
Oh, I think just like I think every year, we're gonna make the playoffs at least.
Okay,
so
all right.
It's only proven to me wrong the last few years, so it is what it is. But hey, I'm a fan, so we always hope for the best, right? All
right. Well, look, hey, I'm gonna be looking for y'all, man. Last one. What kind of music do you play? Tracy just asked.
Oh man, I do a little bit of everything. I sing gospel quartet, I sing inspiration, I sing R&B, Motown. I've even done some of the standards, jazz standards, stuff like that. I do it all. That's just the kind of line of work that I do for wedding band stuff and of course gospel quartet and gospel music and stuff like that, where I got my upbringing in the church, so you stay true. And that's what I love to do. That's my passion. So this enables me to live out my passion freely. I'm not searching for somebody to pay me some big money to do what I love to do. I can just go do it because I love to do it. So
see that, man. That is amazing, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to BOJ in the building, man. Tracy Gator, big cool. Thank you. Tracy is a pastor. He's down in South Carolina, so you may want to get you down there to come sing some stuff down there.
All right, now I can put him in contact with some people. We can make that happen.
Hey, stop playing. We're gonna make it happen.
You might be seeing me in South Kakalaki.
South Kakalaki in the building, baby. Well, listen, man, we really want to thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Y'all have been amazing. Thank you, BOJ, again. Thank you and the wifey for definitely coming through. Listen, y'all go ahead. Make sure y'all follow Bank of J, man. Please follow him, man, on your channel. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and tune in on all that content. Plus, he's got some wonderful, amazing information coming out. Go make sure you read the text, like, subscribe, and all of that. Plus, he's got some stuff that you guys can sign up with, some links that are on his channel. So please make sure y'all go get that done. And listen, we are not out of message, but we are definitely out of time right now. And listen, till the next time, thank you guys for tuning in to the Lambo Drew Leverage Show. I'm your host, Lambo Drew. You've been rocking with my guy, BOJ. We came at you guys with a 1-2 punch again for this week. Make sure you guys tune in next week, next Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Central. Make sure y'all share the video and make sure you like, subscribe our channels. All right, till next time, we love y'all. Have a great week. Peace, blessings.